evening, so I wouldn't eat it either. Right. And I was like, what is this? What's that? But you know, I'm going to tell you something. If we allow God to show us who we really are, God will bring us places that we never would have dreamed of. When I was a little girl, my mom can actually give some parts on this. I used to run around the house and say, Mommy, I'm going to live in Africa. Wow. Mommy, I'm going to live in Africa. Wow. And she used to say, oh, girl, stop saying that. You think you're going to live in Africa? I said, I know I'm going to live in Africa. But I was a child saying it, but that was God really speaking throughout of the mouth of a babe. And I really do believe that when it's all over, I feel now that since I have been on this trip that Africa is calling me. It's calling me for something.
But you said that before you went.
I know. Yeah. It's weird because I never thought that I would feel like this at 38. Yeah. You know, but I will say that Africa is like it's pulling on me. Mm-hmm. And just now when I was coming, I was trying to get my spirit right. And then I saw Prophet Jasmine had posted on YouTube the pictures, you know, while we were there. And that's what I needed to sit here on tonight. Mm-hmm. It brought me back to, you know, when we first got there and how when the wheels of the plane hit Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? The God of Africa. Right. When we got there, everybody on the plane started clapping. Togetherness, unity. Yeah. And then when you get off the plane, you can feel the presence of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Saturated on that continent. On that continent, you can feel God's hand just sitting there. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. Yeah. It's like they call the United States God's own country because of all the opportunities that we have here. Right. But to be honest with you, they're God's own country. Mm-hmm. We went to this forest. I think it's called the Achokamota or Achokatamata. It's something like that. But I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But it's spelled Achimote. Okay. And in this forest, the presence of the Lord, oh my God, you can actually feel it. Yeah. Like, it was like when God was walking through the garden with Adam. Yeah. You can feel God's presence just walking through the place. Wow. And around there, you could hear all of the prayers going forward. You could hear them crying out to God. And I remember when I was there, and you know, I'm always so observant of everything. Sometimes I could be so observant, I'll miss it. Right. But in the forest, God did not allow me to be so just reasoning a lot. He wanted me to experience it. And so he brought me to a place. Mm-hmm. And it was so beautiful to experience the presence of God inside that forest. Wow. And they go there, they have church. I mean, listen, Africans know how to worship the Lord. Yeah. Because of the things that they lack, they're grateful. All they got is God. Yeah. And it shows me that in America, we can be so selfish. Mm-hmm. So selfish. Yeah. And just being there, when I came back, I even told Bishop, I said, you know, I'm not coming back with y'all when we leave. I'm just going to stay here, you know. And it was weird because I packed enough for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, I was ready. I was like, God, you're going to do something different. I'm ready, you know. Yeah. And so.
I was going to be calling your phone. Yes. Time, look, I know you're enjoying yourself, but it's time to come on back.
I know. Because I feel like I'm called there for whatever reason. I don't know. I know, you know, I've decided that, you know, in the future, you know, I may do some things where I can be there more than normal. Yeah. But I believe that just being there, the spirit of Africa called me. When I was at the church, the ladies in the church, Miss Renitra, they came, got me, and had me dance, and I had to move my little hips. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to do something, y'all. And I'm telling you, I was moving my little hips and stuff. And so the song that y'all heard, actually, when we were getting ready to come on, that song played. You know, it was like, you know, who has the final say? Yeah. Jehovah has the final say. My God is good. Yeah. I mean, they throw down, y'all, I'm telling you. And you know, I know how to dance, so I didn't cut up because I didn't want to make my team members shame or anything. But I'm telling you, I started to get down with it.
You didn't bring that lunch out.
Oh, I didn't bring the lunch out, not the LL out, you know. But it was wonderful. I cooked Banku. Banku is macros Here, y'all, my prophet in here being very, very interested. That's his little thing he was doing in Africa. Y'all, we so blessed to have Prophet JaVon. I'm telling you, he is the blessing. He is supportive. Yeah. He don't just say it, he do it. Right. I'm telling you, he's really a man of God. But the beautiful thing about Prophet JaVon is he's a heart man. He has a heart for the people. He has a heart for the kingdom. He has a heart for the vision. And just being on the trip with Prophet JaVon, I saw all of that. Yeah. You know, I saw, you know, just different sides. And I'm telling you, it's just a blessing to be connected to a king. Yeah. I'm not talking about supposed to be king. I'm talking about a real king with a real king's heart that wants to push you to destiny. Yeah. I could talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't know what phone I'm looking at. Miss Renita, you got to help me. Okay. Y'all, it was amazing in Africa. I danced and I sweat.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
I ate and I sweat.
We was worried, y'all, we was so worried about Miss JaVon.
Oh my God, y'all.
Without Miss Andrea.
Oh my Lord.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
How was that?
Okay, the mission team, my choice family, they picked on me a lot because they love me. I was late. I was always the last to come out the hotel. I am a La Prima Donna by nature, and people know that. And everywhere I go, Miss Andrea is there to assist me to make sure I'm on time. I'm blessed. God has blessed me with tremendous people like Miss Renitra and Kaylin. Miss Renitra, she experienced me blowing up in Ghana, you know. But she's sitting right there. She loved me. She knew I was going crazy at the time because she's trying to make sure everything's right here. But they all love me. Yeah. And the heat, Kaylin, was unbearable. Right. But when you thought about the children, right, it was awesome. We had the lady that was actually the evangelist Pishon. She was over the trip, and she, you know, she wasn't sweating, Miss Renitra. And I said, "Why are you not sweating?" She said, "Because in my mind, I'm in Alaska." I said, "Whoa!" So I tried to think of Greenland. Yeah. You know, I tried to think of different things, but I was still sweating, Miss Renitra. I said, "Jesus, it's hot out here," you know, but. They are so happy in Africa. Their culture, the women are strong in Africa. Mm-hmm. Strong black women. When you see them, it's a picture of strength. Yeah. They carry those. I had a lady carrying, what's those pots you ball that use the gas to ball like a canteen pot? They had carrying heavy things on their head. But they learned how to carry these things since they were children. Yeah. They work in Africa. Mm-hmm. They are up early in the morning. You know how we go like to the stores and we purchase things? Right. Well, they are their store. Right. And they put it like in a bucket on top of their head, or like an oval type kind of bowl. Mm-hmm. And they balance that with walking without holding on to it. And they sell water. I bought water off the street. Bottled water. I was very careful what I ate. I didn't come back sick. To God be the glory, because the anointing was flowing all through my body. I said, God, you know, protect me from anything. And I'm telling you, it was just an amazing experience. From the time that I got there, from the time that I left, I had never been in anywhere in the world and did not want to leave. Wow. Because I'm the baby of 3, right, and I have 2 older brothers. And so I've been spoiled all my life.
So you gotta come home.
So I'm always ready to come home, you know. And when I got to Africa and I said, wow, I don't want to go home. Yeah. What is the problem here? Yeah. And so I'm telling you, y'all can look forward to seeing Miss JaVon back in Africa, doing some amazing things for the Ghanaian people. Yes, indeed. Africa is not broke. It has money. They have a lot of infrastructure coming up in Africa. Unfortunately, just like everywhere else, there is corruption. And so this is why you see the business people out on the streets. This is why you see the homeless. The homeless will be with you always. The poor will be with you always. Yeah. But there are people, I would say, in conditions, I think that if the government was better, they wouldn't suffer the way that they're doing. Yeah. And so when I was on the market, and I was looking at people, and I was blessing people and just giving people money, I was doing that. I'm telling you, these people, if they could be equipped to read, it made me so mad how many children are on the streets of Ghana during the daytime because they can't afford education there. Yeah. They can't afford schools there to pay the teachers there. So these children grow up illiterate, Miss Renitra. And so there was one young man I met, his name was Wisdom, and I said, wow, what a name.
What a name, yeah, that's strong.
I met a young lady named Perpetual.
Wow.
I met a little girl named Rejoice. And I said, wow, look at those names. Mm-hmm. And you know, every time somebody keep calling you something, you become that. Yeah. And so I told Wisdom, I said, if, you know, we're going to do something so that you can gain wisdom as far as education is concerned. So I'm going to be talking with Prophet about some things, about, you know, doing some things here in the U.S. to get some of the people out from Ghana to come here, learn, and go back and bring it to their country. Yeah, yeah. Because when you ask a Ghanaian if they want to move to America, they tell you no. I love my country. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, y'all, it was absolutely amazing. The food, y'all. I'm using Ebonics tonight, y'all. When it feed you, you get coconut rice, you get Rasta rice. I said Rasta rice. Yeah. Well, everybody was crazy about Rasta rice. And then you get, they had, I think it was black eyed peas rice that was already mixed. And every meal, they have a special sauce, Miss Renitra. It's made of like a tomato paste. And they have it with every meal. It's traditional. Anytime Ghanaians eat, they will have that red tomato paste sauce. It was full of onions. You know, I'm not an onion person, but for the most part, it was tasty. And I actually helped to cook a little bit of mackerel. Prophet was surprised I knew how to cook. Yeah. I know how to cook. I come from a cooking family. My middle name is Ophelia, and my grandmother was a cook. Everybody in St. James Parish knows that. So I got cooking in my bones. I don't need no recipes. You just tell me the name of it, I got it. You know, it's just, yeah. And so with that being,
measure with your hands.
Yeah, you know, just measure with my mind, you know, my spirit and my soul. And so that meal is always prepared. Y'all, Prophet in here being bad, y'all. I'm getting ready to put you on live because you cutting up. So, okay, all right. Look, he like to do this little thing, y'all. Yeah. See, I'm on camera, you not, so they think I'm crazy. Thank you. So, with that being said, they do the meal and they do the red paste and all of that, and they give you a lot of food. I'm telling you. But you know what? I lost weight in Africa. I really did. Yeah. Maybe because I was being choicy, but the food, even though it's dead, rice is their thing, Miss Renitra. I know you're a cook. Kayla, they like a lot of rice. Yeah. And you eat with your hands.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, they eat with their hands. And you have to be careful with their culture because you don't want to do anything to disrespect them or offend them. And so because we had the blessings of Prophet being around us, we were able to watch his actions and what he did, and we were able to stay in line. Yeah. But let's get to the children. Oh, my God. Y'all, I miss those babies so much. They were such a blessing. And I know we were there for missions, but you know, I'm a person, Kate, I drive in my own lane. Yeah. I'm not a painter. I don't clean walls pretty good. Right. I don't know how to sheetrock, I don't do none of that kind of stuff. I can mop, but I'm not a fan of it. But I went outside and played Mother Earth May I. Yeah. I was like a little teacher. I played with the kids, talked to the kids, evangelized in the neighborhood to make sure people came out to the conference that Prophet was preaching at. Grace to finish. What a message. It was powerful. Yeah. And so the children, they had one little boy. His name was Oba. And Oba is the baby of the orphanage. So that's the one I kind of gravitated to. Yeah. Because I don't know why I gravitate to babies of families. I don't know why I do that. So Oba, you know, he didn't talk much. And they had a theater piece that the kids did, and they were so happy to see us. But I had a moment where it was like a real movie. They had this young lady, she was from Switzerland, because we were there with a Switzerland team as well. And so we combined wonderful people. It was so funny when I got on the bus with my little African top that morning. Everybody started clapping. I thought I was a celebrity at first. I was like, why are they clapping?
Like, oh, you saw the play.
Yes. It was like, oh, your African top is so pretty. I said, oh, praise God. Thank you for celebrating me, you know. And so the Switzerland team was awesome. And I can say that, before I said something about Switzerland, what I was saying, Kayla, because I don't want to jump. I'm jumping everywhere.
You're talking about Oba.
Oba. And so Oba was the baby. So I saw something like a movie. We went there one night to go to the conference. And the young lady from Switzerland, she was playing and dancing with the kids. She was really engaged with them.
Yeah.
Carolyn, when they saw the bus coming back to the orphanage, my God, they ran and was cheering because she was on that bus, Renitra.
Wow.
I said, man, she just needs to move to Africa because that's like an impact for the children.
That connection, yeah.
Yes, yes. And so, also, if you want to donate to the orphanage, they're building a school. It can be $5, it can be $10, $20. If you would like to donate to the orphanage, please inbox me privately and I will get you in touch with Prophet Jasmine so we can get that money to the orphanage manager. Clover is his name, and definitely we want to help them with the vision. Yeah. They want the school to be finished by August, and I believe it's going to happen. Yeah. Their pastor that they have is a very dedicated man, and so I think that with everybody working together, I think it's going to happen. So I'm their #1 cheerleader again. If you want to donate to the children that you saw on my page, for the school, for the orphanage, it can be $1, it can be $2. It can be $5, it can be $20, it can be $200. Right. Whatever God is laying upon your spirit, please send me an inbox. And I definitely will send your name and your information to Prophet Jasmine so that he can get it to the young man that's the manager of the orphanage or the pastor. Yeah. When you meet the kids, $1 or $2 is nothing. We have everything here in the U.S. In Ghana, they don't have hardly anything. Yeah. But they're happy. They got God. Yeah. They have God. God lives in Africa. I'm talking about his presence, his majesty, his dominion, his power. You can feel it in that place. Yeah. I was so high charged one night I couldn't go to sleep because the presence of God was so heavy in that place. If you're a Christian and you spend time with God and you know what it is to be in his presence, you could hardly sleep in Africa. Now, at first I said, well, maybe I'm in a different time zone. I'm just having a little problem. Right. No, it was the presence of God. And God, it was funny because I'm a dreamer. Right. But I dreamed more when I came back from Africa than when I was there. Because I didn't sleep much when I was there. But my dreams were so articulate and so beautiful. You're reflecting, baby. Yes, yes. And I'm telling you, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going back to Africa. Africa will see me again and again and again. And until God tells me otherwise. But definitely, I'm just ready to travel the nations. Yeah. Whatever God wants for me. I've always had a desire to be a missionary. As I got older, I got kind of, meticulous and prima donna-ish, but I still got it in me, And so one thing I learned on this trip was how to sweat. Yeah. It was real hot out there. I want to thank Gloria Johnson, Marie Washington for watching. Hey, Mommy. Also, Prophet Jasmine, how you doing, man of God? He gonna come in and out when you feel like it. Vanetta Payne, Lynn Fields, Patty Cake. Thank y'all for watching. Dr. Radcliffe. Also, Kendall Winfield, thank you so much for watching. Hey, cousin, Kendall's my cousin. And so I'm telling you, Africa was wonderful. Yeah. I mean, I can't say enough about it. My most favorite moment in Africa, for me, was sitting by the pool in the hotel. Oh, yeah, when you was live, when you kept going live? No, not when I was with anybody, when I was just sitting there alone by myself. Gotcha. Because that allowed me to be in the presence of God. But not only that, to actually reflect and to listen. When you come away from the demographic in which you live in and you have a prophetic nature, you can hear God clearly when you are in a place where you're not normally at. It's a difference. Yeah. And so my favorite time was when I was at the pool during the nighttime. Also the children, of course, and then being with, my team members and, just being JaVon, not being director and playwright, but just being myself and doing something for myself. I felt good about it. You needed that, though. I did. And you know what, Kelly, you're right. Yeah. Why did they tell me I could have went to Africa a little bit earlier? My bad. But yeah, I did. I think I did. Because I came back very holistic in mind.
Yeah.
You know, I played a lot in Africa. People saw sides of me that they didn't know I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm very comical. For y'all that's close to me, y'all know I'm silly as like real silly. But when I'm serious, I'm serious. Y'all know that. And so I think a lot of people were surprised to see my comical side.
Yeah.
I am comical. You know, I'm not always serious all the time. Yeah. And I just think that Africa is life-changing. When I left here and I came back, I don't see the world the same. I'm different. Mm-hmm. I have a higher consciousness of thinking. When people say different things now to me as far as I don't have this, I just kind of don't look at it the same. Right. Because gratefulness is the spirit of Africa. Jesus. Gratefulness is the spirit of Africa. Gratefulness is the spirit of Africa. We should be grateful for everything that God is doing for us. We shouldn't have one ungrateful moment because God is still good. All things are working together for our good. Yeah. And so we must always have a grateful heart. We have people listening on tonight. The priest about to come out of me. You're upset, and even me included. I complained before I got here. I rebuked my own self about stupid stuff. And the reason why I call it stupid is because if you go to Africa and you see people cooking in pots on the street with no legs and no arms, cooking with a toe, trying to eat, we would be quiet on a lot of stuff. Yeah. That we complain about. We have to learn how to be grateful. No, God don't do it when we want him to do it sometime. Yes, he takes his time because he's sovereign. He can do that. Whatever that situation is, whatever that problem is, I'm preaching to myself. We have to learn to be grateful. It doesn't matter how things fare out. Even if he don't do it, he's still good. Yeah. We have to be grateful and have a grateful heart. The people in Africa are grateful people. I mean, I was told that I was loved 100 times. And it didn't just say, oh, I love you. No, I love you. Mm-hmm. You are my sister. They had one lady in particular, the orphanage manager's wife. And she just took me into her care and she just loved on me. Yeah. Even when I was on the bus leaving, they came to the bus and they was just staring at me like, we really don't want you to go. Like, it's heartfelt. You would go to Africa and I would have to pull you back with a rope. You would not want to come back here. I see why people say that now. You go to Africa, the spirit of Africa will force you to come back to it. It will suck you back. Ever since I've been in America, I have been like, why I'm here. I'm here for SeLah's, of course, God. I'm here for vision. I'm here for whatever seasons you want me to be here for. But I'm telling you, if I had a choice, I would pack my bags right now and go back to Africa. And stay there until God says otherwise. So I guess what I'm saying to you is, when you find the true thing that you fit in, you desire and you long for it. As a child, even as an NAACP president, I used to talk about Africa all the time. I would talk about Africa all the time. All the time as a child. And so for me to experience the culture and the way of life and the people, the love, the togetherness, the place from which they took me, is home. Africa is my home. Yeah. It really is. And people say, oh, they got diseases there. Yeah, but God is a healer. I use my common sense. I got shots and all of that. I didn't drink any of the water. I use wisdom. But Africa is a place, if you want to feel really loved, if you want to feel like, wow, I come from this place. It's a spirit that calls you back to your rightful place, and from whence we were taken. Africa is a wonderful place with wonderful people. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it because everything about it is good. Yeah, we got people that like to hustle you on the street, and if you have somebody, some people saw this young man with me, his name was Jake, and he was actually taking us around. He's a friend of Prophet JaVon, who he assigned to me to actually be taken around and, you know, make sure he talked to the village, not the village, but to the market people selling and all of that, so I could make sure I wasn't gypped out of my money. Right. And that's what they do. They're hustlers. You think you hustle? You go to Africa. They hustle. So the bottom line is, I mean, Kaylin, Africa was an experience of a lifetime. Yeah. The ride was long, but it was worth it. When you get off the plane, you forget how long that ride was. And to see the mothers of Africa in the churches, and how all of them got up and did their little thing. I started to get up there and do my little thing, you know. I had my little dances prepared before I left, but when I seen them shaking, I said, I'm not messing with that. Yeah.
And the flip the script.
Yes. But I'm telling you, y'all, Africa got me like a little girl inside. That's why y'all see me jittery and just happy and bubbly. It makes me feel like a little girl. It really does, because it's like it's the motherland. And we are the children of the land. Yeah. And it's beautiful. The dirt is really, really red. And when you walk throughout Africa, you could hear you could just feel the presence and the singing and the rhythm and the beats and the atmosphere. You got to be spiritual to understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. You can feel the vibrations, and you can hear the vibrations in the atmosphere in Africa. It's beautiful. We saw one little African fight. They don't go pop, pop. They fight with their hands. They don't do all of that. They don't kill each other. They get upset, and they fight with their hands. They don't kill people in Africa. Why would an African brother kill another African brother? What does that make sense of? I got any gangsters or wannabe gangsters watching tonight? Stop all of that. Stop all of that. We are supposed to love everyone. Black people, white people, Chinese people, European people. God does not see color. Yeah. And Africans treat you just that way. It is a beautiful experience, Kaylin. It really is. Yeah. I'm not going to stay long tonight. I'm only going to stay on for another 10 minutes. If we have any questions about Africa, I'm looking at my phone. Please ask your questions. So, Kaylin, you have any questions for me?
Man, I
look more Nubian, you think? I'm going
to say this.
Okay, I'm vibrant.
You're very refreshed.
I'm
happy
to
see that.
Okay.
I spend a lot of time with you, and you can be stressed at times. You got a lot going on, a lot we're trying to do with SeLah's, with everything else. I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
I'm glad that you went out and you had fun, and you know, of course, you feel like God is calling you back to Africa for different reasons, but I'm glad for this particular trip you was able to just go out and just let loose and have fun.
Be free, and then Prophet would be happy to, the freedom thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just be free, just be JaVon and experience Africa.
Absolutely.
Of course, I got some things, lined up that I'm dealing with. You will see Africa, so you need to get excited. You will see Africa. Yes, man. Everybody around me is getting ready to see Africa.
My bag's packed already.
I'm telling you, and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be life changing, and it's going to help you to understand who you are. Yeah. I really do believe that every black person, and I'm saying this with humbleness. If you're black, your origin comes from Africa. Right. I believe that when you go there, it helps you to discover who you are. They told me I'm from the Osani tribe. I said, well, my middle name starts with O, so that sounds right. Is that like Osani tribe or something? Oshante tribe or something like that? But it helps you to know who you are. Yeah. It really does. I'm telling you, coming back on the plane, it was like, wow. That's when you go there, when you come back, all you can see is, wow, everything about Africa.
Yeah.
My God.
So I guess I'm assuming it's safe to say that it exceeded your expectations.
It exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
Do flies fly? Yes, they do. I was actually attacked by one, but I'm okay. But for the most part, everything is beautiful.
Yeah.
The spirit of Africa is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And I'm telling you, I look forward to the future trips.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I will jump on a plane as far as sure as my name is JaVon.
Yeah.
And head right back those 16 hours going and them 24 coming back.
Bro.
I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And they dress in their native wear, but they also wear clothing like you have on.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends.
Right.
The women there are beautiful, Kay. You know you're single. You know. You're not single. I forgot. You are attached. I don't know what you are, but the bottom line is, they have beautiful women there. Shut up, Caleb. Whatever you are, don't say it. Miss JaVon, you know, I haven't seen you in a while, so I don't know what's going on.
You haven't seen me in a whole
we'll catch
2
up.
weeks.
Yeah. And so that's the thing. So, it's just beautiful there. Hey, Linda Ziegler. Hey, Mommy. I haven't talked to you in almost a year. We definitely have to catch up. Miss Vicky. Hey, Vicky. How you doing for watching? Thank you so much for watching. Also, Miss Danita. Hey, Miss Alita Stein. Thank you for watching. But yeah, they got all kind of stuff in Africa. And you would enjoy.
Yeah.
Because you're young,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
But the people are beautiful. But the beautiful thing for it is spirits. Come on, sit down. You got some questions?
I just had one
Come
question.
on, just come on, sit on a
Oh,
set. You know,
okay.
I'm wide
Okay.
open with mine.
You know how we do it at the spot.
Go ahead, you look pretty.
Y'all know we love Miss Renitra.
That's Miss Renitra, y'all. I said decorator. They want to hear about Africa. They excited. Tonight is not playing. We're just talking. We're shooting the breeze. So what you got for me?
Well, I was just curious about how they were able to determine what tribe you were from.
My features.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, even my team members said I look like a Ghanaian. I don't know how. I said is that good or bad? They said it is what it is.
Features like
Okay.
cheekbones and stuff
Cheekbones,
like that.
I don't know. Even Prophet said I can fit right in. So yeah, Ghanaian women are very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Their appearance is very strong and sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're confident. They look very smart. There's not a lot of skinny women. They're very thick, like we are, very proportioned, you know, and they're beautiful, all different shapes and sizes, and just Nubian kings and queens.
Yeah.
The men there are very, they like to approach. They're very, you know, they wore me out. But God bless them. You know, they saw, you know, different women, and they try to approach you. So women that's looking for a husband, or Africa may be it for you. Amen. So that's the thing. And so that's how they know. They will tell you what tribe you're from because they're from there.
Okay.
So they know the features. They had a lot of Africans that had the cuts under their faces.
Okay.
These people come from the tribal parts of Africa, mostly west in the Congo
Okay.
and all of that. Now the Congo, that's places that's very dangerous, like Liberia and warring countries.
Yeah.
We were in the east.
Okay.
The east have very little wildlife. You know, they have them, but everything like wildlife, fighting, you know, Liberians, that's all in the west, in the northern part of Africa. We were around Lagos,
Okay.
Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria,
Okay.
Port Harcourt, you know, those kind of places.
Okay.
Normally when Americans take trips to Africa, what they do is they go through Abuja, and they go through Nigeria. Nigeria is a slickster place. You know, a lot of people real slick, they you know, they are in Nigeria. Ghanaians are more Americanized people,
Okay.
but at the same time, they're very smart. So Ghanaians are known for education, teachers and professors. You know, a lot of times if you're in college and you have exchange programs, a lot of the people or students that come from Africa are from Ghana.
Okay.
Ghana at one point was one of the leading nations in education. And because of the corrupt government, it fell to South Africa. Ghana was always almost catching up with South Africa. But the corruptness and stealing from the people and taxing people and stuff, it brought the education down. So the exchange programs that they had, they start decreasing. So less and less people start taking advantage of that program. But Africa is rich in oil, because if they could unify, the reason why Ghana is a country, we are a United States. We're not just a state of Louisiana and that's it. We are America. We are the United States of America. Africa have countries, and the reason why they're countries, paraphrase, states, but they're not united. They're just a country. The reason for that is the Africans and the Ghanaians like to say it. They believe if the Europeans would allow them to unify, they will supersede them. Africans are smart people. They're very, very smart people. And a lot of them, they look at us, unfortunately, some of them, and say silly Americans, because we whine and complain about stupid stuff that don't really matter. But the Ghanaian nation are known for education. And I'm glad that I had an opportunity to experience Ghana, because a lot of Americans, students from universities, have experienced Ghana. Ghana is one of the more safer places to go in Africa, one of the more less diseased places to go in Africa. But when you start talking about Liberia and the Congo and Ethiopia, these places are the ones that you would really need to make sure that you're secure and things like that. But the Ghanaian nation is very close to being Americanized, but they still have a far way to go.
So I know you mentioned the orphanage, you saw the merchants. Did you have opportunity to go in the communities?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I looked in houses, and they were very open. They said their houses are open. They don't have doors, a lot of them. Even at night, they don't have lights in the houses nor on the streets. And these houses are not little small houses. They mega houses. They just don't have lights. At nighttime it get dark. They do like lamps, even in Europe and London. They're still doing lamps and stuff like that. We pay for a lot of electricity. Well, they save on that kind of stuff. And so these big, magnificent looking houses, fenced in with big old gates and all this stuff, I'm telling you, Africa is something to see.
So you mentioned heat.
Oh God.
How do they stay cool?
Because they're immune to it. My body, I was hot. I kept saying on Facebook Live. I mean, the heat was something I've never seen before in my life. It was the heat.
It was like dry humidity,
right? Because there is no. You know how we have the ozone layer protecting us, well, Africa heat is there it is. The sun hot, you hot. And there's nothing really. Right, and that's why you have to do sunscreen and all that. And I got a tan, but I'm not as dark as I thought I would come back. But that's because I used the orphanage house a lot. I was in there trying to keep my cool on, Yes. But it's very, very hot. The thing about a mission trip is you can't indulge in drinking too much water or food, because you have to keep going to the restroom and all this. And all restrooms are not all restrooms. So these are outhouses. So if you don't want to use an outhouse, I was taking it just like that was it. I wasn't because I just want to stay hydrated. But you have to be smart. You have to use wisdom when you're out there. And we just did not encounter anything bad. I believe the presence of God was with us because we were with the man of God. And favor follows Prophet Jasmine. So I think that had a lot to do with it as well. The people were very welcoming. I'm talking about y'all, they have businesses everywhere. Clothes, hair, shoes. I mean, anything, jewelry. I bought a lot of glasses. I mean, everything was just out there. I got stuff for y'all. I just didn't bring it tonight. I'm do it on the weekend, but it's just everything was out there.
Yeah.
Everything was just out there,
That's awesome.
and the love, the love. That's what I remember. Out of everything in Africa, I remember the love of the people, the love of being in a place that receives a person for the person and don't judge the person,
Right.
but love them because they're human and because they're breathing. And that's the spirit of Africa. And you will ask yourself, why do people try to take so much from them when he loves so much? But wasn't that like Jesus?
Yeah.
Didn't he love everybody?
Yeah.
And didn't everybody try to take everything from him? Am I right about it?
Yeah.
And so because I believe they are a reflection of Christ, that's why his hand rests upon that continent.
Yeah.
The God of Africa. On my post, y'all would see I would put the God of Africa.
Yeah.
Because everywhere I went, I saw the Lord.
Yeah.
I saw the Lord. It was amazing. Thanks so much, Sean Jackson, for watching. Evelyn Craig Brown. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing? Tasha Johnson. Miss Mary, remember you told me about doing a production? And I'm still with SeLah's. Mary P. Warren. I was in my hairdresser's shop, and she said, you need to write public plays.
Wow. Whoa.
And I said, you are the second person. And she told that she helped to birth my vision in me. You see, you don't forget where you come from. See, Miss Mary, I remember you told me that. Mary P. Warren, that's my cousin. She told me, she said, you need to do public productions. Her daughter was in a couple of my first plays. And Miss Mary, look at where I am now. To God be the glory. She birthed that in me, and it's been in me, and I've been rolling with SeLah's ever since.
Rolling all over the Africa.
That's right. Why y'all got that sign like that? What's going on with that? Can y'all see that sign? It's tilted? Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I'm still in Africa. Okay. All right, because I'm checking them on a set. Y'all see that? I want them to be excellent. Everybody around me have to have the spirit of excellence. Am I right about it?
Absolutely.
All right now. Because when y'all go into the visions that the Lord have for you all, then you're going to teach people that's under you how to be excellent.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I know y'all say that sign right, but that sign's supposed to be tilted more this way.
Okay.
So next time we're going to make sure that they can see the sign. Amen. Now on the video, I can see it. So maybe that's just me. I'm still in Africa. I'm fussing about nothing right now. But yeah, everybody, this is not a program show. We're just sitting here talking about Africa. I'm being very vibrant. I feel like a little girl that have been to Africa, running in the fields of the motherland. Yeah, let me say this. Africa is beautiful. It's all you can really say about it. It's a beautiful place. And you have to go there to experience it. The cost to go to Africa is about $4,000. If you can find $4,000, you can go to Africa. When you get there, all you need is $200 of American money. You convert it, and you can spend a lot of money in Africa for $200 of their money. So altogether, you need $4,200 if you want to go to Africa. I would say to everybody, I'm getting ready to close. If you want to do something for yourself, go to Africa. If you want to feel true love, the love of Christ, agape love, then you should go to Africa. It is an absolutely beautiful and wonderful place to be. I mean, from the time that the team got there to the time we left, the love that we felt coming from everywhere was absolutely phenomenal. Everybody should be able to see the origin from where they came from. And I believe that when I came back from Africa, the United States had looked completely different to me. It's a mind change, and it helps you to have a higher mindset. Africa is beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful. There are other places in the world I believe God is going to allow me to see. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, none will be like Africa. So with that being said, Kate, you have any questions for me as far as Africa is concerned?
I don't have any more questions.
No more questions. Thank you, Tasha Johnson, for watching. Courtney Moody, Mercedes Stewart. What you got? I heard you got another question. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well,
Miss Nubian, you're going to have fun in Africa, so get excited.
Okay. Well, like how in the United States we have churches like on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like the churches are, Christian churches in?
There are a lot, let me tell you, there are a lot of churches in Africa, and there are a lot of Muslims in Africa. Okay. We actually saw a little boy on the street taking his ceremonial bath before he goes and pray. Okay. There's an intercom where a man come on, Muslim, for the people to go and pray. There are, I'm sure there are other religions, but Christian is the most prominent. Okay. Do they have churches on every corner? I wouldn't say built church, but they have hut churches on every corner. Okay. Yeah. Everybody have their own space, their own pastor that they, follow. Okay. The pastor that we had a very lovely house. He's from Switzerland that actually hosted our trip. And so we ate in phenomenal settings. We got the best of Africa. Some of the houses are so big and beautiful, It looked like it could be in a movie, right? I was glad I went to that house. So with that being said, I think that they have churches, but the churches that I saw were mostly huts, is what I saw. Okay. And people love God, they're Christians. I went to a very large church that is called the Royal Church, and I'm telling you, it had like almost over 1,000 people there. Wow. And on my Facebook page, if y'all look at it, I shared the pastor's post. It's on there. A very big church. Okay. And so, I mean, the whole thing, the trip, everything is calling me back, and I'm gonna go.
Gotcha.
Because I'm paving the way for you all. I'm paving the way for my own life and what personal thing God had for me in Africa as well. So I just feel called back, and I'm gonna go. Awesome. I'm gonna bring my babies with me. So, sometime. This one here, I think, gonna be here probably in Africa more than anybody. But yes. Not saying I'm moving there, but I will be spending time there a lot. Yeah. Back and forth. Yeah. I'm gonna become a African / American. Like, see, it's African American. Yeah. Just call me African and then American. I don't want it together. I'm split. I'll be here, there, and there, here. But it's gonna be wonderful. I'm excited about the new.
Something new.
Because I found a new me in Africa, and I brought it back. And so I'm ready to run. I'm ready to do what I need to do to help people and to help the Ghanaians. Yeah. I believe that.
You found your why. You thought you knew your why, but you found it.
You see that. And I don't think I found all my why, but I think I'm discovering the why. Right. Why did I go to Africa?
New pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, because I'll lead a revolution right now. Y'all know that. I have a million Africans, in one place and protesting against the government. I do all of that, but I don't cause no trouble, and but I want everyone to be treated like a human. Yeah. And so in Africa, I saw where I could have my place there, and so I'm excited about it. So did y'all have fun while I was gone? What did y'all do?
Watch you.
Oh, oh my God! When I wasn't on live, it's because my phone had died, or I was in an area where it was trying to give me issues. Right. The hotel actually gives you a phone. You can call internationally or anywhere you want in the world, all day long. It's free. And so I found out what WhatsApp was. It's called WhatsApp. All the Ghanaians got it. And so I have that on my phone. That's how I was able to call Renitra. While you was on live, calling,
Yeah.
and so, they have all of that. And it was just phenomenal. I still don't feel like I'm here.
Yeah.
Still there. My heart is divided now between two places. And that has never happened to me before.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not a divided person. So if my heart's in slice, I need to know why.
Right.
And I believe it's a part of my new.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a close. My first close and my only closing. Whatever your new is, don't forget what it is. I know we've been talking about vision, we've been talking about the new thing and how we spring forward, how we don't give up, how we continue to persevere, how we continue to press toward the mark, how we continue all those things. So I want you all to know that God is still God. And it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. All things are working together for the good. The good is working for the good. The bad is working for the good. So I want you to stay encouraged. If there's a trip inside of you, a place that you desire to go, then do it. You don't have the funds? Guess what? Save it. Everyone should experience Africa. If you are black and African American, I promise you, when you go to Africa, you're going to understand why you're the color you are. So I thank everybody for watching. Again, if you would like to donate for the orphanage toward the building fund, $1, $2, $5, whatever you would like to donate. Those children in Africa are so beautiful. Some of them were found in a trash can. Some of them were found with their parents dead and they're sitting there. Some of them were just found on the street. But God touched an angel, a man of God's heart. I think his name is Pastor Sago or Pastor Sajo. I may be pronouncing it wrong. But I know the manager, Clovel, will be watching. He has been used to rescue those children. So if you find it in your heart, we spend $5 at McDonald's. I'm not even asking for nothing for SeLah's tonight. Tonight is the orphanage night. If you would like to donate to one of those kids, toward the building, giving clothes, whatever it is, then you contact me and inbox me on Facebook. What they really need is money. That's what they really need. The goal is to finish the school by August. I know we have people on here that have a heart for the nations. If you're that person, I would like for you to inbox me and tell me what you would like to donate. And again, we accept clothing, but we would rather money. Because we prayed on the ground. We know that the provision is going to be made. But we cannot do it without people. We are God's hands in the earth realm. We are God's feet in the earth realm. So because God is using us to do his work and to do even greater works from when Jesus walked on the earth. If you have $5, you go to Popeyes, you will spend that $5 box right now. Send that money to the orphanage. Give these kids a chance to find out who they are. We eat, we go to sleep, we wash ourselves in clean water. These kids deserve all of that and even more. Talented young people, beautiful performing arts when I was there. Loving, kind, the whitest pearly teeth that you ever want to see. They're so loving. And Obi, he's so cute. The baby of the orphanage. If you would like to donate $1, $2, $10, and let me tell you something, this is not a gimmick. I've seen this with my own eyes. I've seen this with my own eyes. The orphanage that you would be giving to, I've been in there. I've helped to clean and to do things and to move things around. Beautiful children, wonderful and blessed staff. If it's on your heart tonight, send me an inbox, and I will get the information to Prophet Jasmine, who will get the information to the manager, who is Global, out in Ghana. I want to thank you for watching on tonight. God is still God. He is still in control. Whatever that problem may be, whatever that situation may be, know that God can and he will work it out. All things are working together for your good. Everything that concerns you is working together for your good. Your family that concerns you, everything in their lives is working together for your good, for their good. Because why? God is a good God, and he is worthy to be served. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to let Miss Renitra excuse herself so we can cut off. But thank y'all so much. We'll be back next week. We have some special guests that's coming aboard. Got some ministers. We're going to preach that word next week. Thank y'all for watching SeLah's Spot. Thank you for your faithfulness. And also thank you for still watching, even though you knew I was in Africa. You still watch SeLah's Spot. I think one of our largest numbers were in the thousands, the last video. And so we want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch us. God bless you. Keep God first. Keep your vision in sight. And keep running toward the prize. Stay gazed on the vision so that you can accomplish all God has for you. We love you on tonight, and may God bless you real good. I'm sitting in a position. Am I off? Am I?